All right, one more story for you. This is connected to the mass brainwashing, or you mentioned mass formation psychosis, that I think it was Dr. Robert Malone on Rogan that really got that phrase to kind of popularize.
Right.
But listen to this from Charlie Kirk.
Matthias
Wow.
Desmond came up with that frame.
Yeah.
Matthias
Listen to this from Charlie Kirk. Wow, this DHS letter from Kristi Noem to Harvard is pretty extraordinary. Not only does it prohibit Harvard from enrolling foreign students moving forward, any currently enrolled foreigners will have to transfer to other universities to maintain their status. The decertification, this decertification also means that existing aliens on F or J non-immigrant status must transfer to another university in order to maintain their non-immigrant status. Noem's letter claims that Harvard has refused to comply with multiple DHS requests for information about its foreign student populations, harassment of Jewish students, as well as its DEI initiatives. They have 72 hours to comply or the prohibition will remain. This would basically be a death penalty for Harvard as a top global academic institution. Drew, broadly on this, before we get to the specifics, I am fairly certain that if an American student of any color, ethnicity, skin color, sexuality, genitals, blah, 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 went to literally any other country on earth and started harassing students there, or not letting them on campus, or calling for genocide, or, I don't know, locking Hispanic janitors in the building, which is what they did at Columbia, that they would be kicked out immediately. So I have literally zero problem with any of this.
That's exactly what I was talking about a few minutes ago, which is that these institutions that live in a world of zero gravity need to join the rest of us in the marketplace. And these will help market forces come to bear. Bill Ackman, I just noticed while we were on, put a thread up about Harvard's financial situation, and it sounds rather grim. So they will quickly have to come to terms with this. And they should. They should be forced to join the rest of us and not be at their liberty to exist in a world that doesn't have gravity, doesn't have markets, doesn't have any consequence whatsoever. They need to be in the world with the rest of us. You know, I was just thinking before we addressed this topic was this notion of treason. I guess we're treasonous as domestic terrorists, right? So treason will could get spread around, but
treason ain't what it used to be. Our treason is telling people make some choices for yourself. Their treason.
It's crazy, but it really does bring into focus how important it is that we understand what happened in the White House during the Biden administration. Because if we're going to start looking at things like treason, if we're going to start looking at things like consequences of free speech, we got to be sure that people making these decisions are not holding their finger on the scale in some sort of egregious way as they did in the Biden administration.